Welcome to the Prospectors Radio Show, the talk show for our community. Please welcome Rich Cooley, Indiana Gold Hunter Dennis Dayton, Kathleen Biffle, and your host, Tim Grimes.
All right, everybody, welcome back to another edition of Prospector Radio. I'm your host, Tim Grimes, and joining me tonight, as always, I got a couple of the crew here with me. First off, we got Mr. Rich Cooley. What's going on, Rich?
Oh, I'm here, but I'm not here.
You're here. You sound better than you did Christmas.
Yeah, I'm still sick. It's not going away.
You want to sing our song again? Maybe that'll make you feel better.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, right. Not happening.
I'll try not to hack and cough on air, but if it slips, it slips. I'm sorry.
So you've been sick now for, gosh.
Well, it's been a week.
About a week,
so
yeah. Mm-hmm.
A little over a week, and it's just that it dies down and then it'll flare back up again. I don't know why. I mean,
Man.
I took about every other medicine I could.
Mm-hmm.
I tried to go on a different route now because I've been taking all kinds of cold medicine, congestion, and all that.
Right.
Now I started taking allergy medicine, and I think it's now just starting to take effect.
So this isn't an allergy, though, right?
No, but sometimes you counter-react something with something different.
Okay.
That makes sense.
You didn't take no, antibiotics or nothing like that, right?
No. Like, last year when I had this really, really bad, I had it for 2.5 weeks.
Yeah.
And I couldn't get rid of it. And I went to work, and the lady said, well, just take this medicine. It's it's almost like Claritin, but a little bit stronger.
Uh-huh.
It's a allergy medicine. And sure enough, one of them pills every day, 3 days later, is gone.
You're back. Huh. Yeah, so
I just went and got some of that yesterday. So today's day 2 of that.
Okay.
So
all right, so that might get you back
we'll see
on
if
track.
that helps. And if that helps, then sure be it.
Then it works, and that's what you'll do next year, too. But
yeah, I'll grab that the first thing the next time and not go through all this other kind of medication.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. But at least you're feeling a little better now. And
a little better.
So what's going on?
Tonight on Cooley's Corner, we're going to have Matt. Matt's a friend that I met basically on Facebook, and he's from Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
And I was watching a couple of his videos and that he puts on Facebook of him prospecting down in Central Virginia.
Right.
And I got to talking to him, found out he's a biologist, and he actually went to school for biology. Geologist, I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay. I thought we were going to...
Yeah, geologist.
Okay, cool.
Anyway, he's a rock man.
He's a rock guy. Rock guy. All right, cool. We ain't had no rock guys on here.
Yeah, so we're going to talk to him a little bit about that, what he actually looks for, a little bit of background about him, and,
Okay.
just to get a different feel for Cooley's Corner and, see if we can
No, that's awesome.
ball rolling on other stuff and see what happens.
We'll make sure we mention the phone number during your bit. That way, if they got any questions for him, they can call in. Sound good?
Yeah, so we'll add him around 8 o'clock when Cooley's Corner starts, and we'll get him in here and talk to him about it.
Got it, man. That'll be nice. Rock guy. We ain't had no rock guy, so that's cool. Looking forward to it, Rich. And keep getting better, buddy. That's the main thing. Any plans for the new year, Rich?
No, I have to work on New Year's Eve, so and I don't know. Might have a couple drinks maybe to offset this little flu I got.
You ain't having no pork and sauerkraut?
No, I don't do that.
You don't, huh? Okay.
I do the pork with sauerkraut. I'm not a sauerkraut guy because I can't handle the juice.
I'm not either, dude. I'll eat a couple bites of it, and that's it.
I love sauerkraut.
See, there's a trick, Rich. If you don't like the full flavor of sauerkraut,
mix it with mashed potatoes.
Mashed potatoes, right.
Oh, I love that. I mean, I can eat the sauerkraut mixed with mashed taters.
Uh-huh.
It's just I got to drain all the juice off of the sauerkraut because I can't handle the vinegar.
Oh, I like the vinegar.
Really?
Yeah.
Now, I like apple cider vinegar.
Yeah.
But regular vinegar in sauerkraut, I don't like it.
Yeah, but I'm with Shad now. Mix it in with mashed potatoes.
Oh yeah, I can eat it that way, no problem. You know,
I think you could
I
eat
even eat sauerkraut on my dogs sometimes.
Oh,
you know, as long as I drink
okay.
all that juice off of it, I'm good.
Man, I could eat a boot if you put mashed potatoes on it. I think it just hides everything so well. It's weird, but yeah, definitely. I figured you for a sauerkraut guy, Rich, that you would do
Why,
it.
from Pennsylvania?
No, just because Rich, and you know how he is about pork and stuff. Anyway.
Oh, cabbage. You like cabbage, though.
Yeah, cabbage isn't bad.
Huh?
I didn't like it
usually
when I
drain
was
the
a
juice
kid.
out of them anyway.
I couldn't handle cooked cabbage. Couldn't handle sauerkraut.
What about
couldn't
cabbage
handle
rolls?
Brussels sprouts.
You like cabbage rolls, Rich?
I like all that.
You like cabbage rolls? Okay. All
Yeah.
right. All right. Cool. Well, see, everybody learns
I eat
something
a
new.
lot of some stuff, I guess.
Yeah. Well, everybody learned something new about Rich tonight. Well, good, Rich. I hope you have a good New Year's, buddy. I hope 2000.
Oh, thank you. I hope everybody has a good one too. And
yeah, me too. That's what I'm hoping for. A good 2019. Is that what it's going to be? I think. Yeah.
It should be, unless something happens. Evidently, if you're that confused.
I'm always that confused. Yes. You know. Well, Rich, thank you for being there, brother.
thanks for having me.
Pleasure to have you, man. Looking forward to Cooley's Corner.
All right.
All right. Well, also joining us tonight, as always, we got our very own Miss Kathleen Biffle. What's happening, Kathleen?
Hi, everyone.
How are you?
How are you?
You doing good?
I drink. I usually drain the juice out of my sauerkraut.
You do?
It's really super good.
Now, do you use... Okay, here's the next question. Jar sauerkraut or bag
No.
frozen sauerkraut?
I get the bagged stuff.
The
Fresh.
bag stuff.
Not frozen.
Yeah, don't get it frozen, because then it gets all juicy and liquidy.
Right.
she-
Oh, see, that
Yeah,
makes
and then
sense.
I just season it with caraway, fennel, and paprika.
Okay, and what kind of
If
pork?
you like a little spice, some black pepper, but
Okay. Now,
It's
what do
good.
you put in there? Like pork kibasi or...
I'll take a pork roast and put it in the slow cooker.
Eh,
No juice. Don't
No
put any
juice.
juice in
No
there.
juice.
And it'll just cook in its own juices.
okay.
It'll have enough juices.
All
God.
right.
Although I don't believe in that it brings good luck thing, because
We've done it for years.
we've done it for we've
Uh-huh.
had some good years, but last year really just terrible.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you. I've done it.
Because we like to.
Yeah, it's the thing to do because it's on sale.
Well, yeah, because everybody does.
It's on sale. Sauerkraut's on sale. Yep.
Yeah, let's have pork and sauerkraut, and hopefully it'll be a lucky year, and it don't work. Never has. But I'm with you. It's like, I'll have it. I'll eat some.
But I am starting to get hungry thinking about it.
No, you see, that's not something that I always go, gosh, I wish I had some sauerkraut. I never go there.
Well, Shad made his famous pressure cooker ribs. They're
Oh.
pretty good.
in the Instapot, Shad?
That's right. Made my own dry rub and everything, and you add some apple cider
This is a
vinegar
cooking
in there.
show, you guys.
Evidently, yeah. Put it on for 40 minutes. Like, if you're in a... Granted, I know there's some barbecue connoisseurs out there
Oh, yes.
listening to us, so I get it. I'm sorry. I do this. But when you're short on time, you got a bunch of kids to feed, 40 minutes, boom, in the pressure cooker, put some sauce on it, broil it for about 5 minutes. There you go, man. You're good.
Mm.
Isn't that an amazing item to own?
Oh, I
Oh,
love it.
gosh, it was like an hour maybe? The most?
Oh, yeah, total from letting it rest and everything. In less than an hour, you got
Yeah,
racks of ribs, man. It's great.
I love mine.
He was very, very busy today. He had a very productive day. Well, we both kind of did. But we put together, we're putting together the stuff for the raffle.
Uh-huh.
We got Rich's gold in the mail, so we put that in there. And
Cooleys Cache.
oh, yeah, it's called
Awesome.
Cooley's Cash.
Cooley's Cash.
C-A-C-H-E.
So what are we going to name mine, I wonder?
I don't know. We'll think of something creative.
Okay, think of something cool and creative. I know you guys will. Awesome.
The
Nice. see?
pressure.
Uh-huh. The pressure's
We should be
on.
getting Scott's, and then I'll be posting pictures
Uh-huh.
of it.
Okay.
And, once we get everything, we'll officially announce, when it begins and when it ends, right?
Right. Yep.
And get all the specifics.
Yeah.
But right now we're gathering up the goods from all of the co-hosts.
Yeah. We're gathering the horde.
Oh, I'm going to throw in some flint.
Are you really?
Oh, okay.
Some of our
Some Ohio flint.
Ohio precious gemstone?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, we got it from that Flint Ridge place over the summer, and there's some really cool looking pieces with crystals in them. It's neat.
Now, that would be cool to have some with crystals in it.
I will put one of those in there.
And that would definitely make it more gemstone-y than just flint. Boring flint.
Yeah, I'm not just going to go out in the driveway and pick up. This is stuff we actually, got to pick out of the ground ourselves.
Right, so that makes it even more special that's going in there. That's something that was found by Shad and Kathleen, so that's cool.
Oh, and I'm going to attempt to make some bug spray for those of you who like to camp.
Oh, really?
Out of oil.
Out of essential oils.
I say just throw in a can of
No,
off, but
it's going to be all natural.
All natural. And I'm sure those oils come from Kathleen's fabulous website where she sells all these
my God, don't do it.
amazing essential oils. And I'm sure Shad's going to post that link in the chat room for everybody. What is the essential oil of today, Kathleen?
Oh, just the regular frankincense today.
We're still on frankincense? I figured it'd be something
You know,
different.
It just is my favorite.
Okay.
It's my
that
go.
time of year.
Yeah,
It is. But I
it's
figured...
my go-to for anxiety.
I know, but I figured after Christmas, put the frankincense away, and it's coming into a new year. What's it going to be?
I still have to clean up some stuff from 2018.
Oh, okay.
It's not over yet.
No, you got another day. So
There's a grace period.
I'm thinking after the month of January.
Yeah,
It'll be fine.
we're going to deem January as transition month, so
Okay.
that way it doesn't define how our 2019 year is going to be.
Oh,
Like purgatory.
okay, I'm with you. Let me know if that works. If it does, I'm in. We gotta do something. We shall see. So far, I mean, everything's been a good week. Kathleen got through Christmas, and
Yeah, we did, and Friday was a beautiful day.
right.
So we were able to go through some stuff that we had dug, but haven't gone through it because everything was frozen. But it was from the sluicing trip, so we didn't stay there and sluice the whole time. We took some buckets with us, so it was nice to go through it and get that done.
Nice. I'm glad you got to get some dirt under your fingernails, so to speak.
Yeah.
It is. That's awesome.
And see gold, and
see some gold.
we got to put the bags together for the raffle.
Right.
It was fun.
See, very cool. Now Kathleen always puts together these really cool baskets, so I'm sure this is going to be pretty
This
amazing.
is going to be a pail.
Yeah, right. Yeah, see, but we did a pail for, I forget what it was.
Oh yeah, we did
Remember?
for I think the Fossick maybe. I'm not sure.
I thought it was like Prospector Days or something at that one of them
Gold
places.
Rush Days?
Yeah, it was one of
Oh,
them. But
yeah.
you put together that bucket, and it was cool.
That one was an antique.
That was
Okay.
sweet. Everybody wanted that thing. Yep.
Pretty cool. This
Kathleen.
one's not an antique,
Okay, but it'll still be cool.
but it's cute.
Yeah, I know it'll be. I can't wait to see the picture of it when it's all done. It will be.
Well, if they want it to be antique, I'll go
ding
throw
it
a
up,
shovel at it, dig a hole, throw it in there, and dig it back up later.
put a bullet through it, and
Uh-huh.
throw it out in the rain, let it rust a little.
Put it in the koi pond.
There you go.
Yeah, I guess
Get
we
some
could do
algae
that.
on it.
And the essential oil spray will be something you can actually spray. It'll be its own little sprayer.
Oh, well, yeah,
It's already diluted enough, but you can put it on you even.
because it's going to be a bug spray,
Now I haven't field tested it yet because it's winter.
right? So it could attract more than it.
It'll repel them, but there's citronella in it, so.
Oh well, then it definitely will work. Should, without a doubt. Ah,
Oh,
very
it's got
cool.
a bunch of good stuff.
Very cool. Well, That is awesome, Kathleen. And don't forget, check out Kathleen's website. If you're looking for some of these essential oils, right there's the place. I seen the link in the chat room, so there you go. Well, Kathleen, I'm glad you made it here tonight, and I'm glad everything's been going good for you.
I'm really excited to hear Cooley's Corner.
I am too, because we've never had a rock guy.
No.
You know, never. So this could.
Well, we've had Jeff Williams before,
right? But Jeff is
but
like
this guy. I think that's his what he studies and stuff.
Yeah, right. So I think it'll be pretty cool. You know, definitely going to be interesting. I'm looking forward to it. But I'm glad everything's going good so far, Kathleen. And enjoy your sauerkraut tomorrow, okay? Or Tuesday or whatever.
I got to work tomorrow, but
I do too.
I got to go in for one day.
I know. It's just the dumbest thing.
Then have a day off, and then have to get. I'm going to have to experience 2 Mondays this week, and
I
that's
agree.
No fun.
Me too. Monday twice. It's like, really, don't do that to us. Let us just have Monday off.
And Wednesday, everybody gets back, and that's when, all heck just breaks loose.
Oh, anarchy. I know. I know.
Fun.
The fun never ends. And then it'll get back to normal for a while again.
And I don't mind going in during this time in the office because it's pretty empty and I get a lot of work done.
Right. Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is. But, it's... Still...
Oh, I mind because I got to drive her because of her busted foot.
Oh, that's right. You're the Uber.
I am. Not even getting paid.
2 more weeks, dear. 2 more weeks.
2 more weeks of
Ubering.
Yeah.
I can walk around the house pretty good, though, without it in my spurs. I just can't go out walking a lot on it.
Right. And you can't possibly drive, right? Can't
unless I take the boot off and put it back on.
Put it back on when you get there. Pain in the butt. It's easier just to have Shad drive you.
Pretty much.
I agree.
For her.
He spoils me.
I know he does, and that's what's cool.
Choice.
I know, but he loves it. See? That's the thing. Kathleen, thank you for being here, as always. And we will be talking to you soon, I'm sure.
Yep.
All right. Also joining us tonight, we got the other half of the Biffles. We got the Uber man himself, Shad Biffle. What's going on, Shad?
Well, I'm excited to tune into the cooking geology show.
It's good when we get to talk about our pressure pots.
Maybe that's a new segment, campfire recipes or something.
Yeah, something.
Like prospecting.
I'm looking for more of the pressure pot recipes. I
love that little thing.
Me too.
It's a great little gadget.
It is. Have you ever cooked a whole chicken in it?
No, haven't gone that far yet.
Oh, dude, that's my favorite. Just throw a whole chicken in there and a bunch of vegetables. Pfft.
Some beer.
Amazing. I've never put beer in there. It's just amazing. It just grab the bone and pull the whole bone structure out of it. It comes right out. It's just
cool.
That good. And what's another goodie is I can't think. But I just love it.
Rice is cooked to perfection in that thing.
I've had no luck with rice.
It cooks it better than the rice cooker.
Now, see, I've had no luck with rice. I screwed it up. But like pinto beans and stuff like that, from dried, you throw them in there instead of having to cook them all night and stuff. It's just amazing. They're done. It's just good. Try them, Shad, if you like beans. You have to try it.
It's amazing.
The
age we live in.
It is. I'm telling you. It's an amazing kitchen appliance.
It is.
It is. So what else other than cooking ribs have you been
I didn't even know those existed until, last year?
Oh, I know, but they're so great.
Yeah, it was last year when we were out prospecting and somebody had one and we cooked beef stew out with it.
Oh, you didn't see the fancy infomercial about it?
No, we don't watch TV.
Oh, that's what sold me, is that infomercial. And I was like, ooh, you can do, oh, really? And then it's like, yeah, you really can do that. So it's pretty cool. And I love it. So what else is going on, Shad, other than rib cooking?
Well, the Wandering Buffaloes, we posted out a video from our sluice trip.
Uh-huh.
So that was fun. So you check it out.
It was cold.
It was cold. Everything was icing up, even after we were finishing up our time there. It was crazy.
Right.
But it was a good trip. Ran 2 different types of sluices. Your standard aluminum built, our Buckabilly. Then we also ran one of those plastic drop riffles sluices. So it was cool.
And did you do a side-by-side comparison?
Not as
It
far
wasn't
as the review. This was more of just getting out there and just
Showing you different ways to sluice.
yeah,
I gotcha.
and
Okay.
seeing the difference. Because I mean, that was our first time ever taking that particular drop rifle sluice, the Robinson prospecting equipment sluice.
Right.
So I wasn't sure really what to think of it. We weren't trying to do a review or a comparison.
Okay.
But it's a cool little piece of equipment. You know, it's definitely more geared towards like a beginner's type sluice.
Gotcha.
But for the type of material we were in, it worked really well. I was surprised.
I like them drop rifle sluices.
Yeah. I think they're great to have in your arsenal. They're not expensive, so
I'm definitely keeping them.
I would say it doesn't hurt to have that in your arsenal of prospecting gear.
It's really easy to clean out.
Yeah. The best thing about the drop rifle sluice is you don't need a whole lot of water.
Right.
Yeah.
I just like
You
them.
know, if you're in a low water place, they're the best things to do.
And that's where we were in a really
It worked a
difficult
lot.
place.
It was more efficient in moving the material through. Where my old reliable Buckabilly did okay too, but it keeps a lot more of the cons. Like I had more cons than the drop rifle.
And
we just weren't in a lot of water flow, so it wasn't exchanging the material as
Correct.
Mhm.
But it's
it did its job.
It did its job. We love the Buckabilly sluice.
Oh yeah.
And you can't even get those anymore.
No.
So
And cleaning those up, like I said, was a lot easier. Where, on a cold day like that, when I took the carpet off of the Buckabilly and set it down, it froze to the sluice.
yeah, within 10 minutes it froze to the sluice to the carpet.
So
believe it.
the other one did work a lot better with the cold.
No, that's I just always like the drop rifle. They just seem like they was easier to set up. It just
Oh yeah, it is.
was.
And start running. Just so much easier. Seems like it's more forgiving.
It is. Yeah.
It definitely. I've always liked them. So, yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad you guys enjoyed it, and I'm sure the video's great. Somebody already said it was a great video. So, see, so check that out if you're out there looking for a good video to watch. Check out the Wandering Buffalo's newest video, and very cool. Enjoy that. Like it, Shed. So nothing else happening, brother? Yeah, I know you got your precious metal prices, and God, who's going to sing the birthday song tonight?
You are going to sing it.
Oh, no.
You said you were talking about it. Since
No.
Rich is sick, I just don't want to.
I just don't want to. I'm not a singer. I think Kathleen should sing. She's got that lovely voice.
Nobody wants to hear me sing.
Nobody wants to hear me
Bad.
sing either. Trust me.
I agree. But if it was like a karaoke type of thing, she'd be all over it.
Well, I'm sure we could.
I wish I had a microphone. I could at least let her pretend.
Yeah, maybe with a microphone.
See?
Well, pick up the mic and
No.
it's like a microphone.
I'm not
then.
singing.
Me neither, Kathleen.
We'll just say the birthday.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, nothing else is going on, so let's just get right to our current market prices. Gold. Well, let's just say that's climbed up $6 more, ending Friday at $1,280.
That's what Scott said.
It can do it.
So you got to climb $20 more before
It can do it.
tomorrow.
It can do it.
I don't know.
Anything can happen, right?
Oh,
It's a tough.
you're gonna shave your head if it doesn't.
Nope.
But silver, that one also has done well, climbing 13 more cents to $15.33.
See?
So that's exciting because
Yes.
silver, I swear, almost all year was practically around $14.
14, I swear, stuck at 14. Didn't move, I swear. Barely. Yeah.
Now, here's where stuff took a little turn. Platinum fell $5,
Uh-huh.
ending up at $791.
Okay.
Palladium is down $10 at $1,222.
Mm-hmm.
Rhodium also fell $10 at $2,460.
Interesting.
Yeah. But still, I mean, those levels, especially palladium. I mean, just 2 weeks ago, where palladium's at is more than what gold was.
Right.
So, yeah, even though we can't really mind it ourselves. But
No, but still, it's nice to know, you know. They said, I'm just happy to see Silver doing a little something. And it could make 16. It just deserves it. It does. It does. It just deserves it. That's the way I feel about it. It deserves its...
Slow and steady wins the race.
That's right. All of a sudden, one day, everybody will see. It's going to do something really spectacular.
Well, all right. Well, you ready for birthdays?
Heck yeah, I'm ready.
All right. Well, no song. Sorry.
No.
December 30th, we have Aaron Taylor, Cabarrus Gold, Charles Hoffman, Christopher S. Perry, Fortune Seeker Brad, Jeff Morlock, Jeffrey R. Stormer, John Rivas, John Ross, Kevin, Chris Gibler, Ollie's friend, Robbie D. Tewan, Stephen Caldwell, and William A. Beeler. And then tomorrow, I can only see a few, so that leads me to believe we got quite a bit of birthdays for born on December 31st.
That's a fun birthday.
But we have Karsten Rave, Charles Vance, Christopher Edward Hammond, Kurt Pelfly, and Dan Saldine. I know you could pretend that tomorrow, like all the New Year's celebrations, is one massive party for your birthday.
That's right. You can.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're counting down for you.
That's right. For your birthday. Mm-hmm. I agree. Well, happy birthday, everybody. Very cool. Yeah. Shad, thank you. I'm sorry me and Kathleen don't want to sing. That's
okay. Oh, and people are asking, where's Scott? Well, we put him back on the bench.
Yeah.
He's
But he's
mining.
he's mining. Well, he's traveling back home.
Yeah, he's traveling.
To Arizona from being out in the Midwest with family. So
That's why
he's
Dennis
not
isn't here tonight either. He's traveling.
Yep, Dennis
Right.
is heading back home from Oklahoma on the road right now. So
Yeah. So
everybody's moving except for us.
our two singers are not here. So
And Rich is sick.
then Rich
I'm
is
off
sick.
tonight.
Because Rich would normally sing, but he's the fill-in.
I might start gagging and coughing in the middle of the
Right.
birthday song.
He's
That's not
saving
good.
his voice for Cooley's Corner.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. That's it, exactly. Well, Shad, thank you, brother. Good job, and we're glad you're here, and I'm glad your ribs turned out okay in the pressure cooker.
Well, it's good to have a cooking segment on our show now.
It is. I think we should add that every week. What did we cook in our pressure cookers?
I might do my smoker too whenever
See?
I get it running.
Right.
Yep.
So there we can add that, too. What did Rich smoke this week?
Yep. Cooley's smoker.
Oh, and if anybody was wondering, yes, the ribs were moist.
Was they moist? I was going to ask that. I forgot.
Very tender and moist.
Tender and moist.
Right.
There's nothing worse than dry ones. You
Exactly.
always want them moist. So I'm with you. Moist is best, without a doubt. And of course, I'm sure somebody was wondering. Awesome. All right. So what?
Well, the diet starts on the 1st, so.
Oh yeah, everybody will start that. I forgot all their New Year's resolutions. Do you guys have any resolutions? I forgot to ask.
We're just go get back into fighting shape.
Oh, are you? Okay.
Yep.
That's
Have
your,
to.
that's your guys' plan.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Rich. What about you?
I need to lose some weight.
Okay, that'll work. And we'll have to ask Scott and Dennis when they come back.
What about you?
Actually, no, I have none. I have
No pressure that way for you.
There's not. Then I don't have to expect anything. Yeah, I'm good. I have no resolutions this
How
year.
about this one is a good one for us, just to have a better year.
Okay, yeah, there you go. No, I like that. Okay, then maybe I'll roll with that
Every
one
year
too.
gets better, right?
Mm-hmm. I'll roll with that one too, just to have a better year, and it's going to be a better year. So I'm ready for it. But that'll be my resolution because I don't think I need to lose no weight. I'm good there.
You disappear.
Yeah, I could hide behind a broomstick if I lost any more weight. So let me see. I'm golden. That's my plan. Thank you, Kathleen, for that suggestion. So what we're going to do, we're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to come back with Rich Cooley and Cooley's Corner. So we'll be right back, everybody.
Do you like to mine for gold? Enjoy prospecting a nice crack in the bedrock? Enjoy getting outdoors to camp, fish, hunt, and hike on your public lands? You plan your trip, load the gear, grab the dog, put the family in the truck, and drive off to a locked gate. A sign says you cannot enter or access your own public lands. Mining claims and public land owned by we the people are being designated as off limits by our own government every single day. Are you concerned about the direction our government is going? Are you tired of seeing no access, no entry signs on your lands? We are, and we are fighting back. We are AMRA, America Mining Rights Association, the fastest growing small mining advocacy association in America. AMRA is a 501c3 not-for-profit formed by miners, hunters, off-roaders, retired military men, and women to stop the insanity. AMRA was formed to educate, unite, and help the small miners and public land users on their rights given to us by God. Do you want access to great mining claims? For a small tax-deductible donation to their Miners Legal Fund, your family gains access to proven excellent mining claims across America for an entire year. AMRA challenges the USFS, BLM, EPA, and the other agencies intent upon stopping you from enjoying your own lands. You are who pays these people's wages. It is time they listen to us. We need to unite. And that is what AMRA is doing. As you sit here right now, thousands of acres of public lands are being closed, locked, and blocked from use by you. Are you fed up yet? Join us. Get in on this fight and let's restore America to what our families fought and died for. Freedom. Just visit AmericanMiningRights.com. AmericanMiningRights.com. Also, check us out on Facebook at American Mining Rights Association. AmericanMiningRights.com.
Just stopped by on my way home to show you all my gold.
You've been digging into some Jimbo's gold pay dirt.
Yeah, Jimbo's gold made me a hero.
Huh?
Got an amazing idea and supplies on sale from Jimbo's website. With bad weather, bored kids, and stressed wife, I threw a panning party for the kids and their friends. All the moms got a break, kids had a blast. Hero.
Happy kids, happy wife, great gold. That's why Jimbo's Gold is always my first choice.
Did you teach panning or share your prospecting knowledge? Then you are our hero. Tell us your story for a chance to receive a hero's reward at www.jimbosgold.com/hero.
Welcome to Cooley's Corner. Join Rich Cooley as he talks about equipment, new products, and so much more for all us prospectors and treasure hunters. Here's Rich.
Welcome to Cooley's Corner. Can you hear me, guys?
Oh, yeah.
All right, my mute button was stuck and it wouldn't let me off the mute, so I was like freaking out. So,
yeah, thank you, Scott.
Welcome to Cooley's Corner. Tonight, hopefully we can get Matt in here.
Say when. I'll add him now.
Yeah, go ahead and add him.
Calling him now.
All right, bring him in. I wanted to get Matt in here tonight. How you doing, Matt?
Good. How are you guys?
Good. How do you say your last name?
Hospodar.
Hospodar? Yeah, I didn't want to hack that one up. So.
I've heard just about every pronunciation, probably.
I bet. Yeah, I've been talking to you off and on, for a couple months. I always see you on. I know you have some videos going on out there. And I know we talked a little bit about on the site about the pressure nozzle.
Yeah, the blaster nozzle.
Yeah. And what I wanted to do is brought you on tonight, and I want you to tell us a little bit about yourself, how you got started, and I know you went to school and everything, so can you elaborate a little bit on where you've been and what you do?
Yeah. So I went to school for geology at Slippery Rock, Virginia, and then moved down to Virginia, in 2013?
Oh, okay.
And actually at that point in time, really anything about gold, didn't even know there was gold in Virginia until my buddy who was down here said, hey, I think there's a creek over there where you can go and pan for gold.
Mm-hmm.
And this was 2014. We went down there with, I think, kitchen sieve, makeshift pans, because we couldn't find any local.
Right.
I'm sure most of you guys know the place if you're in Virginia.
Yeah, you're breaking in and out a
Yeah,
little
it's
bit.
his Skype. Yeah.
Is it on my end?
Yeah.
Or is it?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Now
Make sure
you were down at probably Contrary Creek? Was that where you were?
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, that's so acidic down around that area. Yeah.
So that's where I started, and within the first year of being there, I was down there just panning, and then I eventually got. But there was a guy behind me, or downstream a little further, who basically was running a 3-inch dredge, and I saw them pull out a 20 nugget, so like 1.5 grams.
Damn.
And at that point, I was like, shoveling and panning ain't going to cut it. It's all down on bedrock. I need a better way to do this, and I went and got a 2.5-inch high banker. And then for 2014 was out, I picked up a used 4-inch.
4-inch dredge.
Yeah, it escalated fairly quickly.
It does. It does.
Yep, and now my friends call my place Dredge Owners Anonymous HQ.
Uh-huh.
Well, we all start out somewhere,
Yep.
Now, with you being geologists and stuff, I know you were talking to me about, like, when we went to the Cronies Club outing, and you kind of went on and got a map and stuff. How do you do your research and stuff? And what is there sites that you can point out to do some kind of research before somebody goes out?
I mean, it's just generally whichever county it's in, and I forget which one. Was it Boylston mine, which is near where the Cronies Club outing was. I don't forget. But basically, I'll just kind of Google geology and mineral resources of such and such county, or if you can find like the topographic quadrant, they'll also do like quadrangle geologic maps, and you can pull up a lot of the history that way. But I mean, I just generally start with usually either a name near the location and just start doing a Google search and going from there. One thing that's helped me a lot since I've been able to figure it out within the past 2 years is LiDAR. And North Carolina have the raw data available for free. You just got to be able to process it.
Huh. Oh, okay.
But I mean, with that, you can see the old workings, pits, shaft, everything.
That's cool.
So I can prospect a location before ever going there, map and seeing where they're digging the most and like the trend of their workings, and all that type of stuff. Because I mean, they followed veins most of the time. And that's helped me on some different places. Other places I look at and I still can't figure out what they're doing. I just dug a whole area, figure out why. But
well, I know when we talked before, we always said, you really can't go by, the inside bends and all that. What do you really look for when you're down there? I know you prospect Virginia, of course, but
yeah. So I think when I'm about like the inside bends and stuff, I think this holds true for the Piedmont area, which would run Virginia, North Carolina, Georgia, South Carolina.
The slate.
And I mean, I still got to do more research and everything, but at least from my experience in the field and then talking with USGS geologists, kind of agree that while you may find flood gold and very fine stuff in the loose overburden, the stuff on bedrock has probably not moved in a very, very long time. Right. And I'm, with the encouragement of the one USGS geologist, starting to work on a paper. And just right now, I'm just collecting sources mainly. But big going with that is that throughout the Piedmont here, the current streams and rivers don't have California. Most of the rivers out there in the Sierra Nevadas have a fairly steep gradient, and then you get the off and everything, so you get these massive floodwaters coming through. But even with the record amounts of rain we've had here in Virginia recently, from everything I see, the way our topography is with the streams and rivers, as soon as the creek or rivers break the bank a couple 100-yard wide, or just depending on the size of it, floodplain they break out into.
Mm-hmm.
And at that point, the main channel really gaining any more water velocity and power. And I mean, just recently, the one creek I prospect in the most, it had the largest flood that I've seen, and it crested up over the banks throughout in there, and there were still some of the rocks I hand threw on the bank were still in place after they didn't move.
Right.
Now there's always chances. You get trees that fall across and stick in place, and you get a waterfall and a hydraulic, and that'll rip down into the hard pack. Stuff like that. But from what I can tell, I honestly don't think much of the bigger gold here has, possibly since the last ice age, because at that point, with ocean levels lower, all the streams and rivers were trying to cut ocean level. So at that time, they were actively eroding. Right now, they're not really actively eroding. They're at what's called like a dynamic equilibrium between the hardness of the bedrock and the downward and the erosive force of the water.
Now, do you believe that, like, when the floods come through and stuff, that the streams actually replenish themselves? Or do you think it's just that it does move the gold around, but your better gold is still on bedrock?
Still on bedrock. In select circumstances, like if you're around the old mines where there's piled up tailing piles, I can see gold coming in from those tailing piles again and everything. But when you think about Virginia and North Carolina, so you have these quartz veins cutting across the landscape, but now you look at that landscape currently, and the soil itself is covered by trees and grass, plants, and it's all locked down. So unless you get a major, for some reason, erosion going on, it's not actively going to move anywhere. And in the Piedmont here, I mean, for the work that I do, we do geotechnical drilling. There's usually in the Piedmont like 30 feet of what's called saprolite or decomposed bedrock. And that tells you that chemical weathering is happening, physical erosion. Otherwise, you wouldn't get that buildup. And if you go out west to California and stuff, I don't think they really have that layer of decomposed bedrock, because it's actively being eroded away because they don't have as much plants and trees and knocking everything down.
Right. Right.
And from some of the papers around here too, the furthest that you'll generally find like panable gold is only about 1 mile to 2 miles.
Oh, really?
Once you get below that, it's generally, unless there's another from back in the day that would have replenished it or got more into the creek. But it's something I gotta flesh out, and the geologist, he's done a bunch of stuff for the 2011 mineral earthquake, and it sounds like he's doing some age dating of probably hard packed gravels using what's called essence or OSL dating.
Hey, Matt, hold on a second.
Yep.
Can you close everything else out but Skype once? Because we're cutting in and out. Can you close everything else out but Skype?
Yeah, I think that'll fix it.
My internet connection's probably not the best either.
Right, so it's best to just close everything except Skype.
If you can close everything else out but Skype, maybe we can hear you a little bit better.
Okay,
You've got a lot of information, and I really like to hear what you're saying.
I could go on for probably hours and hours and hours. Give me a second. That can go.
Yeah, kill the show and kill all that other stuff. And
I had the show on my phone, so that's off. I disconnected my phone.
But is it using your Wi-Fi or your?
The phone was, but it's disconnected now.
Okay.
Is it any better?
Yeah, it seems to be. Let's talk a little bit more and
yeah.
see how we got.
Okay. So part of the big thing that'll help with how recently any hards pack moved is what the dates come back as for the last time. So where was it last? With the quartz luminescence dating.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, once that quartz is buried, it picks up radiation from decomposing feldspars, feldspar mineral, and if it's exposed to sunlight again, that radiation will dissipate. So basically, it can tell you how long a gravel has been buried.
Really?
Wow.
So if those would come back as, Pleistocene when there were glaciers up north where you guys are, then it would lead to that conclusion better. But it'll be interesting to see with some of that stuff.
Right.
And I just got to do more research and do some river gradient stuff and compare them between East Coast, West Coast.
Well, I know, like, especially when we were down at Contrary Creek, and of course you have different layers of material down there. And you get down through, and then all of a sudden you hit the real hard-packed stuff that you almost need a chisel and a hammer.
Yep.
And stuff to get through. A lot of people say, don't mess with that stuff, but that you almost got to down there because you got to get through that to get through the false bedrock to get to the bedrock.
Yes.
And that's why we originally talked about the blaster setup that you had on yours.
Yeah, and the reason why I posted that on Gold Prospector Space is I think I was watching some of Shad and Kathleen's videos. I noticed they're picking through the hard pack with the nozzle, basically.
Right. Did you post that on this site, or was it on Facebook?
I thought I posted it on the Facebook Gold Prospector Space, right?
Okay. Yeah, probably.
But yeah, I noticed with his Keen 3-inch dredge, you're just kind of trying to pick through the hard pack with the nozzle and everything. And I know I've tried it before, and that's it can be slow going, but a blaster, you'll just start like cutting through it like butter.
Right, and I kind of have an adapter like that on mine already because I put an adapter on there that I can pre-fill my pump.
Okay.
I basically put an elbow on it, that I can just, actually now if I wanted to, I can just put a quick connect on top of my motor there. Just put a quick connect there and run a hose off to run 1.5 inches to a blasting nozzle,
Yeah, because
that's the best way to go to be able to break that material up, especially down in Virginia where it's hard packed.
Yeah, because when I talk about the blaster nozzle and stuff, I'm not talking about coming off the hose bib on the pump. I'm talking about another piece that mounts to the pump that has 1.45 degree.
Right. When you get a chance, please post that in here in Gold Prospector Space, if you would, please. There's a lot of people that doesn't have the Facebook, so.
Yeah, I can do that.
And they can actually see what we're talking about because it's basically coming off the pump, it wise off the pump, and then and you have your hose running to an actual fire nozzle with a handle on it, and you actually turn it on and turn it off, and you actually did post some videos of that, which was pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, it will, when I'm dredging blind in muddy water, it's how I tell if I'm actually on bedrock or not.
Oh, okay.
I'll turn that on and blast and rip stuff up, and it'll rip into soft bedrock, and it'll rip open cracks and get all that out. And I mean, I don't know if anybody on here ever goes on TreasureNet, that forum.
It's been a while, but yeah.
I go on there all the time.
The one guy on there on the dredging forum, I think his name's Hoser John. I think he's been dredging for a very long time, and he basically says if you're not running a blaster, you're just kind of out there playing with yourself in the creek.
Interesting.
It
Sometimes
speeds
that's
everything.
fun too.
Yeah, it is.
It speeds. It'll double your production probably easily.
I know I could have needed it when I was down in North Carolina because I pretty much had to do a coyote hole. Because I couldn't get through it. I mean, that material was just packed so tight in the area that I was. And the other people in the other areas, their material wasn't too compact. But what we used to do, Darth and I down in Virginia, was we would actually just shut down and just hook a regular pressure nozzle up to the pump and just run a straight 2-inch nozzle, and we'd shove it down in the material down in Virginia down there and just watch it bubble. And you could see the material just bubbling and loosening up. And then we'd hook it all back up and suck all that material up until we hit hard pack again. And then we'd shut her down, hook the nozzle back up, and shove that fire nozzle down in there again and loosen it all up, and then just kept doing that until we get down to bedrock.
Yeah, and we will still do that occasionally for the really stubborn stuff that even the 1-inch blaster line, I've hit stuff where it's just not doing anything to it. It's like literal concrete. And we'll disconnect and, do the 2-inch line to it and rip it all up. But, yeah, I mean, down here in Virginia, and I think in North Carolina it holds true that most all your good gold's locked up in that hard pack.
Yeah.
And I just haven't seen a flood event that I think would rip it up.
Right.
Not in recent times. Now, not to say I was interested when we were supposed to get Hurricane Michael come through here, and it was supposed to dump like 15 inches of rain, but it didn't.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm kind of glad it didn't. But in other ways, I'm kind of like, I wonder what that would have done.
Right.
If that would have ever been enough, or if it's just the way everything's set up down here, it wouldn't have regardless.
So now, does Virginia have good gold? What's the biggest piece you found?
I have a 12-gram piece.
12-gram nugget that you found in Virginia.
Yep, little under a half ounce. And then my next one down from that's 9. Then I got a couple 4s, a couple 3s.
Wow. Yeah, that's awesome.
That's real awesome.
Yeah, and I know CBGP, their claim 1 and everything. I mean, I found a little bit, one that's a little under a gram there this year. And people have found fairly regularly ounce nuggets there.
Yeah, now that's Central Valley, Virginia, correct?
Central Virginia Gold Prospectors.
Oh, Central Virginia Gold Prospectors, okay.
Yep.
That's what I want to try to get into next year, Darth. I think Darth's already a member. I want to get into that also to be able to get down there with you, and that way we can teach me a little bit more about stuff, and maybe I could share some information with you. And
yeah, I love meeting people. That's one thing I miss about Contrary a little bit is you always meet new people up there.
Right.
I haven't been back there since 2014, though.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
you just concentrate on 1 or 2 claims right now down there in Central Valley, or
I honestly not really. I want to start playing around on Claim 9, but I'm usually not even on club properties. I've secured a bunch of private property.
Oh, have you? Okay.
That I'm on around mines and stuff, and I'm also out on the main rivers.
But the club property is good gold on there too, correct?
Which one?
The club property has good gold on it too?
Yeah, the club properties have good gold. Claim 9, Claim 1, and Claim 2 are probably the best bets since they're the closest to the old mines.
Mm-hmm.
They have 3 or 4 others that, they definitely have gold on them.
Right.
But yeah, Claim 9's huge. It's like, I can't remember if it's 600 or 800 acres, and it had a large mine on it where they did underground, they did hydraulic, then in the 1930s they had dragline and trommel.
Wow.
So that was a pretty extensively worked one. It's just such a massive property. I need to get over there and start playing around more. I live like 15 minutes from it, so.
Right, and that go figure. The closest one you've been to, you've never really been to.
Because, I'm usually at my own spots.
Yeah, you need to scope that out for us, buddy, so we can come down and join you.
Yep, yeah.
I'm planning on making some trips down there this year, and hopefully we can hook up. And
planning on probably trying to do like a dredge fest. I tried setting one up last year, and it kind of just, the weather, as everybody knows, sucked.
Yeah.
It did rain here.
Rain.
Yeah, I'd like to do that with you. The biggest thing is just trying to get all my equipment down there in one piece and be able to have a place to stay. And if I load my 4-wheeler up on my trailer, then I got to find a place where to put my dredge. So
yeah, that's why. I was trying one of the potential locations is on the James River, which is just a boat ramp right there, and it's a fairly good spot that you can just you can walk out to one of the islands with the dredge and just start dredging.
Right.
I mean, I'll camp on the islands and everything, and I figure that's probably one of the good locations just for ease of access.
Oh, cool.
And, I mean, there's gold there. I think the biggest piece was like a 3-grain picker.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not like, you're not getting grams a day or anything, but I've also only dredged one of the channels, and there's like 3 channels there, and it's a big river, a couple 100 yards wide.
Oh, that is.
I mean, if I even average a gram a day, that would be excellent.
Sure.
I mean,
Yeah, that spot there we play around in because when it's nice in the summertime, it's like the Bahamas, and the water's 90 degrees, and you don't even need a wetsuit.
Right.
It was averaging maybe about a half gram a day.
Mm-hmm.
But the rivers around here are their own whole different ball game. That's difficult to figure out, and I'm still working on that.
Right. Does anybody else have any questions for him?
Somebody asked in the chat room, how do you age test that gravel?
So basically, it's the quartz in the gravel there. Once it's buried and not exposed to sunlight, as the feldspar decomposes, it releases some sort of radiation.
Mm-hmm.
Not dangerous to us, of course, or anything, but it's a minute amount.
Okay.
And that the quartz captures it and it builds up in it until that quartz is exposed to sunlight again. And once it's exposed to sunlight, the radiation dissipates. So basically, they can calculate by how much of that, I think, radiation is built up in the quartz is how long it's been buried.
Oh.
Right. So it almost has to be sent away and tested then.
Oh, yes. Yes,
Okay.
I have no ability to do any of that.
Okay.
And it's like $800 a test.
Oh, jeez. Man, that's not
That's
cheap.
why I'm hoping to piggyback off of some of the USGS research on that one.
Sure. That makes sense. Yeah, somebody was wondering. They said, I'm sure there's no store kit that we can buy to do that. So,
Unfortunately not, because
Yeah.
I wish I could.
that would be nice to have something like that. Now, don't
To be
forget.
able to figure out, you reach down, bottom of bedrock dredging, you can pull out a little gravel sample, throw it in, and test and see how long it's been down there.
Oh gosh,
That'd
that would be
amazing.
That would be great, wouldn't it? That would be ideal. Now, if anybody's got any questions listening, you can give us a call at 419-520-7574, and I'm sure Matt will do his best to answer your questions. Now, Matt, have you? Is Virginia the only place you've ever prospected?
Yeah.
Is it?
I want to get to North Carolina, but I haven't been there yet.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, I've only prospected in Virginia so far.
Okay, we need to get you down up in Ohio way sometime too. That would be nice.
I'm from Pittsburgh area,
Oh, well, there
so
you
I'm
go.
probably not far from. Family's not far from some of the people out in mid Ohio.
Right, there you go. All right. Well,
My dad has been to Swank Field.
oh, okay.
Yeah, we go to Swang for Gold Rush days. Maybe you can make it up to there for Gold Rush days with your
Yeah.
equipment and take you on that. Take you out on that. And
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They allow up to a 5-inch in Ohio or 4?
4.
4-inch.
4 inch
Yeah.
necked to a 4?
No, 4.
True 4.
But I mean, if the nozzle's necked to 4 inches, is it legal?
I
No.
I
Has
thought
to be a true 4-inch all the way from hose to nozzle.
Okay. Because Virginia is, if it's necked to 4, it's legal.
Right.
And that's something that's actually been unknown for a very long time. And then somebody I know talked with, I think, the DEQ, one of the alphabet soup regulatory commissions down here.
Right.
They said they measure at the nozzle.
Oh, okay.
So
I thought they did here in Ohio too, but I guess I was wrong. So it's just a true 4-inch, right, Shad?
Correct, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Thank you, brother. Good to know. So, 419-520-7574. All right. Matt, you was going to say something, buddy?
yeah, I'll have to try and make it up to Ohio at some point. That'd be pretty interesting. It's definitely a different type of prospecting because you guys are hunting glacial.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
You gotta come when it's not so crowded.
Right.
Yeah.
Then you can really just focus on the dredging.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Gold Rush. Don't get me wrong. That's cool. It's fun, but
Oh, it is,
it's
but I don't.
it's
think it does
just
a lot.
so right. It's just a lot of people there, and it come down before then, and
Yeah, but most of the areas we go in Ohio, you got to be a member. That's the thing. You know, to be
Okay.
equipment
That's-
and all that.
I'm not a
Claim's the
GPA.
GPAA claim.
Yeah.
Are you a member of that?
No, I'm not a member.
Ah.
Okay.
There's none in. There's a chapter down in Southern Virginia, but they don't have any property or anything.
oh, geez, bummer. Okay.
Which I actually find it interesting because I'm pretty sure your prospecting community up in Ohio and Indiana seems larger and more involved than what's in Virginia, which is kind of funny.
I think everybody in Virginia is keeping it quiet because
I
the
think
gold's so
so.
big.
I think they're smarter.
Yeah.
There's no gold down here. Yeah.
Oh, there's no gold.
Just stay in
No
Ohio.
gold.
Just stay in Ohio and Indiana. There's no gold up this way. Yeah.
North Carolina, you can go down there. Yep. That's why they got the mint.
Yeah, so you was going to try to make it to the Crony outing that we had, huh?
Yeah, I wish I would have. I regret not going.
Yeah, it was a good time. Missed it.
Yeah.
Now, Matt,
Yep.
what are your geologist credentials? And I think I saw in one of your videos, maybe it was a year ago, that you were working to get something, and maybe you already have it, but I don't remember.
So, I mean,
Share?
I went to school for geology, so I have a degree in geology. And then throughout the states and everything, there's just like there's a professional engineer license, there's a professional geologist license. And I am.
What does that entail?
Say again?
What does that entail to get one of those?
So basically, it entails you need to have at least a 4-year degree in geology or relevant. I think if you're even in environmental science and other stuff, you can do it. 4-year degree plus 7 years of work experience, and then you need to take the fundamentals of geology exam and pass it, and then you're technically considered a geologist in training, which is what I am currently, and then you take your professional geology exam, and after you pass that, after you have 7 years of experience and everything, you take that exam, pass it, and you get your license.
Wow.
I'll be sitting for that exam in the spring.
All right, here's a caller for you, Matt.
There's a caller.
All right, hello, caller. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Mr. Tim,
Who is it? We're sorry, having a hard time hearing you.
okay, Tim. This is the Tim.
Can you guys hear him?
No.
No, we can't hear you, buddy. It sounds really muffled.
I don't understand that because there's something there that's, but anyway, I'll try again another time, okay?
Okay. Oh,
Is that Ken?
That's Ken, I think. Yeah. Is that you, Ken?
Yes, I am. I'm the mountain man.
We can hear you a little bit, brother. What's going on?
Not a whole lot. I just wanted to state something. Most of my time on the middle fork of the Poison River, this is directed to Matt. It runs pretty straight with kind of a side jag that has a few half-inch inside bands and outside bands. And 3 years back, we took a lot of gold out of there.
Out of the inside bends and stuff?
This is take it down the stream.
Yeah. Dang, Ken, I'm sorry. I wish I could tell what you're saying. Rich, could you make it out?
No, I hear he's talking about the inside and the outside bends. Just took a lot of gold out of them.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yep, I caught that. And that's about all I caught, Ken. Sorry, brother.
Okay, but I also took more gold out of the straight run of the river a few years back. And then we let it rest for about 3 years. We got a bunch more. And I just wanted to know what kind of thought Matt had on something like that, okay?
Okay. Thanks, Ken.
You bet.
All right, bye, buddy.
You wanted to know what?
Well, it said they got some out of the straight line of the river, and then they waited like 3 years and went back to it again and got a bunch more out of it.
My question would be those which state and where.
He's in Idaho, Boise, Idaho.
Yeah, so I mean that area is definitely the river gradients and.
Yeah, I was out there this year, Matt, out in Boise, Idaho. I went up to his claim that he has up there.
Yep.
And, they were working the inside, basically almost in the middle of the river, and they were pulling lots of gold out before, and they waited about 3 years and then went back and then hit it again, and then got into some good gold too.
Mm-hmm. That's
yeah, and I mean for that part of the United States, I mean, yeah, I think the traditional prospecting models probably do hold true.
Mm-hmm.
I just am not sure that for the East Coast here with our, I mean, you've been to Contrary and through Virginia here. It's
right.
It's pretty flat. I mean, we're only about 100 feet above sea level in a lot of places in the Piedmont here.
Now, Matt, you being a geologist and stuff, now, first time you go to a new river, what do you look for? And what's your process before you start prospecting? What do you do?
When I get to I've usually done a bunch of research before I ever get there.
Okay. And then?
So you do test holes then?
Say again?
You do test holes?
Yeah. I mean, a lot of times I'll run for a couple hours and then do a clean out. And a lot of this stuff can't be documented until I get back and actually can weigh stuff out.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, just generally on the river, if I'm just looking, I'm looking for larger cobble, hard pack material.
Okay.
And I mean, just generally when I'm out in the river, that's mainly what I'm looking for. I've been in some of the rivers around here, and it's good gold all the way across.
Right. Okay.
And it's been barely even a half inch of hard pack skim, and there's pickers sitting on top of cracks in the bedrock.
Nice, okay.
In places you would not think where it would be. And then you get to a deep area where there's 2 foot of overburden and hard pack, but it's smooth bedrock and there's nothing.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And it's up on the high exposed bedrock.
Okay.
So
Interesting.
it's, all I say is, yeah, it definitely takes just sampling, prospecting, being out there. But before I go out to a place or a river, I'm generally hunting for faults that cross the river through mapping and everything.
Uh-huh.
Or like some of the history around the central Virginia area here is that they're on, a lot of the old hard rock mines were on the downward limbs of anticlines, which is the folded bedrock.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of the mines seem to be on the limb of the anticline. So trace some of those across the river, and I mean, that might be a better area to look for a source. Generally, when I'm doing internet research, I'm source hunting.
Okay.
So where might the gold have come from, and you go and hit those locations. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Gotcha. Because I like when you was going to come to North Carolina, did you do the same process?
I did it recently, actually, because I was just watching videos of you guys down there and everything. So, yeah, I went to and pulled up information on the Boylston mine and traced those veins out and where they would cross.
Oh, really?
They actually sent me a picture of one of them. It looked pretty cool.
Did you? So, did you find a place on that you would have said, this is where I'm going to hit?
Yes, unfortunately, it wasn't on any property that we had access to.
Oh, darn. Okay.
It's all downstream a little further.
Dang.
But the gold that you guys are finding is either from other veins that weren't found in the area, or it's shed just down the slope of the hill, because those veins are in the southern hills above that area.
Okay. Interesting. That's cool. So,
I got a quick question, Matt.
Yep.
You're dealing with, when we're dealing with clay, there's all different types of clay. And everybody always asks, if you hit clay, do you keep going? When do you stop when you hit what different type of clay layer? I mean, can you give us a little bit of information on the clay types and what to follow and what not to follow?
Yeah, I can try. I will say though, what everybody always in Virginia here calls like the Virginia red clay is not clay.
Okay.
It's a silt, and I mean this is just getting technical because it's just from what I do with work. We work with a lot of soils, classifications, and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Generally in the creeks, I always seem to hit more so of a gray clay. Is it clay or not? I don't know. It's really neither here nor there. But I usually always try and punch through it. Though you should, if you're hitting a layer like that, what you should do is punch down to the clay layer, and then clean off a large area of the clay, and then clean your box out and document the gold that you get, and then take the hole deeper and punch through the clay to bedrock, and then do the same thing. So you can tell is the gold coming from the clay on top of it, or is the gold coming from the bedrock?
Right, because I noticed some of the clay has small particles in it.
Yes.
You know, small cobbles and stuff mixed in with the clay, and then you actually just hit the clay to where it's just clumps of clay, and all you're doing is just basically sucking up clay, and you don't know if there's gold in it or not. You know.
Is that from my video or?
No, that's just from my experience down in Virginia and Ohio and all that. You know, you'll hit layers of the clay that are real thick that you can reach your hand down in and pick in a whole clump of clay, and you don't feel any really soil or anything in it, but you're really not sure if there's gold in it either. You know.
Yeah. So in the main area where I dredge the most and have got my best gold, all the gold was under the clay on top of bedrock.
Okay.
And we panned, I don't know how much of that clay, breaking it down, all that, and found nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that could be very different for other areas. With that area in general, though, we just hit the clay with the nozzles, break it down as much as possible, and suck it up. It just generally has never been worth it to work.
Right. But the only problem is you really want to get through that layer to see what's underneath. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's
like what's hiding under there.
And when you're working in muddy water and can't see, it's a real pain because then it's really hard to tell.
Right.
I like it when I have clear water because I can actually dredge down, and I can, if you slow down what you're doing and dredging and everything, you can see gold on bedrock if it's there in cracks and everything.
Now, why is the such a high S? I don't know. I'm sure I'm not saying this right. Why is the acid level so high down there? Like where Rich goes.
The acid level's high in Contrary Creek.
Why?
The other creeks don't have high acidity levels.
Now, why is that?
Because the Contrary Creek back in the day had a number of pyrite mines on it.
Okay.
Basically, because there's what's called a massive sulfide deposit,
mm-hmm.
and they were actively mined for the iron, I believe, back in the day. And when that pyrite and other minerals are exposed to oxygen, they begin to break down, and that increases the acidity of the water. It's basically like acid mine drainage.
Oh, okay.
From the mining. But that, I would believe, just based off where Contrary Creek is, even before they ever mined it, it probably had higher acidity levels.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Just due to the bedrock that it's cutting through.
That eats the paint off your four-wheelers and everything. I mean,
yeah, my brand new 2.5-inch dredge got rusty probably in the first 2 or 3 times out there.
Yeah.
You'll put a piece of steel in the water, and it'll get like a black coating on it, and you'll rub it off, and it'll be shiny underwater, and if you take it out and let it sit on shore for like an hour, it'll get rusty.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's rough on equipment. I don't take...
it's stuff on your clothes, too. It'll stain your clothes, and it won't come out.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, but it's mostly that area, right? Down by...
Yeah.
It's, that... Contrary Creek, and there are some other creeks that probably have higher acidity due to massive sulfide deposits being in the area that were mined.
Okay, interesting.
There are a couple others around.
Okay, very interesting. Cool. Anybody else got any questions? 419-520-7574. We're going to take a quick break, Matt. And
okay.
When we do, I don't know if Rich told you, we're live.
Yeah.
So,
we're live during our break, so if you want to say something, mute your mic, okay?
All right. So we'll be right back, everybody.
In 1858, gold was discovered in the rivers of New Caledonia. This discovery would spark a massive gold rush. Today, the search for gold is much easier, yet still challenging with Dirt Hog Pay Dirt. At Dirt Hog, we pride ourselves on our gold and guaranteed gold amounts. Just visit dirthogpaydirt.com today and buy yourself a bag of the best pay dirt concentrates on the market. Order with confidence in Canada and North America. dirthogpaydirt.com. The best gold concentrates on the market, period. Also, be sure to check out our Honest Bonus program.
If you're interested in gold prospecting or treasure hunting as a career, hobby, passion, or just something you're interested in getting into, you have to visit goldprospectorspace.com. At goldprospectorspace.com, you'll find forums, chats, videos, blogs, sections on dry washing, metal detecting, high banking, and so much more. At goldprospectorspace.com. There's a store, classifieds, and at goldprospectorspace.com every Sunday night at 7:30 Eastern Time. Tune in to Prospectors Radio, the talk show for gold prospectors and treasure hunters. GoldProspectorspace.com is a social network with thousands of members, and everything you need is at GoldProspectorspace.com. Sign up today and get connected to others who share your love of gold and gold prospecting. Let the treasure hunt begin at GoldProspectorspace.com. GoldProspectorspace.com.
You're listening to Prospectors Radio, bringing you 2 hours of information and commentary on the fascinating world of gold prospecting and treasure hunting.
All right, everybody, we're back, and we're still hanging out with Matt and Rich and Cooley's Corner. So don't forget, if you got any questions, 419-520-7574 is the number to call if you got a question for Matt or Rich tonight. So where was we, Rich?
Oh, just talking about anything that we could talk about.
Mm-hmm. See, that's now, Matt, if I know this is just a winging it question. Like, if somebody found a strange rock, could you identify it for them? Like, I got some weird stuff that it's like, God, I'd like to know what the heck this is. Would you be able to be the guy to go, yeah, that's one of them?
Possibly.
Possibly? Cool.
I'm pretty good with identifications. There's some stuff I run into. I don't know what it is.
Mm-hmm.
When you get into, like, some of the in-depth weird minerals and stuff, I mean, if you're not working with it daily,
right,
you figure what they are.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
But most of the general rock types around here and minerals I can identify fairly well.
Okay. Cool. So if I ever see, I'll have to bring this with me. So maybe you can identify it. It's just weird. One of them things. Is there any good sources people can go to maybe look to identify it themselves?
I mean, there's a bunch of different Peterson guides out there and everything. Mm-hmm. And then, I mean, you can do a Mohs hardness test on it. That can usually help. There's a bunch of different things you can do, but it's sometimes difficult.
Got it.
Generally, the hardest stuff to identify is going to be metamorphic rocks.
And
your sedimentary and that type of stuff's fairly straightforward and easy. Igneous usually isn't too bad. Metamorphic rocks just starts blending the line between everything.
Yeah. Okay.
So have you always been a rock person as a kid and decided to go into this line of work?
Yeah. You always like collecting various fossils that we'd find in the gravel on just even from our driveway and everything. And different stuff like that. And then also my uncle was a geologist up in the Pittsburgh area. So probably took on some of that. And my my grandfather on my dad's side was a big metal detectorist.
Oh.
He'd metal detect beaches, and I'd go with him to like where the fairgrounds were and detect and all that type of stuff. So I guess it kind of runs in the family a little bit.
That's cool. So that's probably where you got this itch to start prospecting then.
Yeah. Yep. And I just love the research aspect of it. It's like trying to put together a giant puzzle.
Right. That's cool, Matt. That's very cool. All right.
Yep. Yeah, I do metal detecting, dredging, all that for gold, basically. I found a couple little pickers with metal detectors here in Virginia.
Mm-hmm. Now, do you do any dowsing?
No.
Hey, why'd you say it like that?
You either believe in it or you don't.
I am a believer with it for utilities, like underground electric lines, gas lines, and that type of stuff. I've seen drillers do it, and I've seen it line up perfectly with stuff. But to me, those things are either have a current, electric current that stuff can line up with generally.
Right.
Or generate one through the flowing, but for a piece of gold sitting in the ground, I'm not a believer. No. I have friends who do it. I haven't seen them have better results.
Wow. Wow.
But to each his own.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're a skeptic. It won't work.
Yep. That's what I've heard.
It's true. It's true. Yeah, it's very interesting. Yeah.
I mean, in my creek and stuff, my buddies who prospect with me, they just say that I have a horseshoe up my, because I seem to be able to go in and punch and find nuggets, and they'll be 2 feet away and no nuggets.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. It really is. That's awesome, really. Yeah, and we thank you for sharing with us, Matt. We really do.
Yeah, I definitely got to get to one of your outings, or you guys have an outing in Virginia or something. Where are you guys planning to have your next outing? I heard out west.
We're not sure yet. It's still up in the air, you know.
Yeah.
Well, anything's possible.
Yeah, we're taking suggestions, actually. So
Virginia may be difficult just due to the fact that even the CVGP claims there's generally no direct truck access to the creeks like down at the North Carolina one, or what you guys do a lot in Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
Usually you need an ATV to get your equipment down to the creek.
Right. Now, what about like Georgia or some of them places? Done any research on them?
Some. I've done probably the most research in North Carolina.
Okay.
And just because they have the LiDAR maps and I can actually look at the mines and how they're laid out.
Okay.
And then Georgia, I've been trying to work on it, but haven't done much. And South Carolina definitely has some interesting ones. I mean, there's tons of literature out there in South Carolina and North Carolina from the USGS and their own state surveys.
Mm-hmm.
South Carolina, around the Brewer and Hale mines, there's a lot of really good stuff. I mean, the USGS literally went out and panned the creeks and documented each of their pans on a map and what they found and where.
Oh, okay. That's
so,
good information.
Find that documentation and get permission to play in those areas.
Yeah, that's real good information. Now, somebody asked what's your favorite, I guess it's going to be metal detector. What kind you using?
I have 3 currently. The Mine Lab Gold Monster,
mm-hmm.
the Mine Lab Equinox 800 with the 6-inch coil as well.
Wow.
And I'm probably looking to sell the Gold Monster because honestly the Equinox with the 6-inch coil is more versatile and will find pretty much just as small gold as what the Monster will.
Oh, okay.
So I don't really need a double up. And then I have a GPX 4800.
All right. Hopefully
which I have yet to find gold with.
All right. Well,
Matt, do you know, let's see, Ed asked, do you detect with Matt Matt from Gone Digging on YouTube? No, I don't think you do you?
Nope.
No.
Never heard of them.
Because you don't detect that much, correct?
Not for relics or anything, no. I'm pretty much looking for gold. The Equinox, I've branched out some, and I've detected around some old house sites on the properties I have permission for, and then I like beach detecting I'll do when I'm at the beach.
Okay.
But other than that, yeah, I have a couple buddies down here in Virginia who have some good locations for finding gold with metal detectors, but have yet to find any with the 4800. So.
Okay, very cool. Well, Rich, got anything else?
Nope, that's it. I want to thank you, Matt, for coming on tonight, buddy.
Yep, thank you for having me.
Oh, thanks for joining us.
And maybe we'll have you back on once we can meet up and get together and do an outing or like your small trips or whatever you want to do. Maybe we can get some people together and go do an outing or something, you know.
Yeah, I'll post in the the Virginia Gold Prospectors page that I run. I'll try and post and do another dredge fest out on either the river or Claim 9 or Claim 2.
Right, well, give me a shout out then. Let me know, and we'll see if we can hook up and see if we can go from there.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Awesome. Then we can play with ourselves.
In the creek. Yep. Oh, there's Shad.
Play with our hoses in the creek.
That's right. Yeah. Matt, thank you for joining us, buddy. It was good to have you.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, you're welcome. Anytime. Take care, buddy.
Talk to you later, bro.
All right.
See you later.
Bye, Matt. All right. That very
Let's
cool.
we shoot fire nozzles back and forth to each other, huh?
Yeah, you guys can do that.
Very cool.
Playing with yourself underwater. Mercy.
Great to have him on.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Mm-hmm.
I just figured it'd be something different.
And it was.
You know, to have somebody on that knows more information about that kind of stuff, especially the areas that I've been down there before.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and a lot of people really hasn't been in that type of area to know what layers that we deal with down there.
Right.
You know, Ohio is a little bit different on the material-wise, as in, you know, like we did down in North Carolina. You know, you guys seen what was down in there and what material was different there. It's kind of close to Virginia, but as in the hard packed and everything. Yeah, so every area is a little bit different.
Oh, it was, definitely. Definitely was different. So, yeah, very interesting, though. Rich, great job, man. Great guest and great segment. Appreciate it. Really did. Now, let me think. Where are we at? Oh, hats are in the mail. Sending more out tomorrow. So
the beanies, yep. I got my beanie.
Watch your mailboxes. So
I'm watching it now.
You watching it now, Shad? Keep an eye on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not there.
Okay. Well, update us when it gets there.
Did we even get you?
It's on the way, and the gold's in there too, Kathleen.
I gotcha.
It's in there too. See, so very sweet. It is on the way. So be watching. Everybody who ordered one, be watching. They are coming. They're pretty cool. Rich, you like yours?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Nice.
And if anybody else has any other suggestions for Cooley's Corner, please side chat me or send me a message up there. Hit your inbox and send me a message. Let me know what you're interested in. We'll see if we can get it on.
Heck yeah. Like I said, tonight's segment, awesome. Loved it, Rich. Thank you very much. And Shad, Kathleen, you got anything else to add tonight?
No.
Not really. You know, it was great having a geologist from the East Coast on.
Was.
Yeah, I really like that because, we have Jeff Williams on frequently, but, you know, he specializes out west.
Right, he does, right.
Stuff out there, so
you're right.
It was cool to hear his insight, as well as since he's also a prospector.
Yeah.
To get his real personal take on stuff.
He's a dredger.
And he's a dredger. Yes, you're right, Kath.
Yep.
Yeah, I didn't even get a chance to talk about some of the equipment he's got.
Oh, that's right.
He's actually got a propane heater on for his wetsuit.
Ooh,
see, next time.
We saw a video. He had some kind of canoe contraption set up with his dredge. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, see? Pretty cool. So next time, Rich, you have to write in your notes. This is what I'll ask him next time. Pretty cool, though. No, great.
But, Matt, if you get a chance, if you're still listening, Matt, go ahead and post some pictures in here in Gold Prospector Space. Not on the Facebook page. Put it in here. That way we can actually see some of the different stuff that you do have. You know, but people's always got ideas and, you know, and some of the equipment that you did have posted was awesome. So if you could post it in here for everybody, that would be great.
That would be amazing. Definitely post them, without a doubt. So don't forget, everybody, be watching. A special basket of goodies will be going up soon. We'll post pictures and everything, let everybody know when that does. And don't forget to tune in.
Can't post pictures. This site is broken.
Yeah.
I've sent them a thing. They're working on that right now.
Some people can, some people can't. I can't.
No.
I never can.
I have not tried. I
haven't tried.
I have informed them, and they are working on it. So hopefully that gets squared away real soon. They're usually pretty good about getting things fixed. So I figured it's just the holidays are what's screwing it all up. So.
Well, they need to get their little elves on it.
They do. I agree. I agree 100%.
Speaking of elves,
yes.
What about Swiftwater?
Oh yeah, what has he posted this week?
Nothing.
Nothing.
That's just Swiftwater.
Well, because I don't think he's prospecting. He's just
he's hiding.
Right. So what are we going to do then?
Well, he is picking locks now.
Oh, you're right, Kathleen.
So I think I smell messing with Swiftwater.
You're right. You're right. I'm seeing where this is going.
If anybody does have locks to send him, he was asking for them.
Yes.
Please weld the keyholes shut.
Why did he want locks anyway?
So he could practice.
He's learning how to be a locksmith, and he wants to practice.
Mm-hmm. Put super glue in it, in the hole. It works really good. And
that's a good idea, too, because you won't realize.
Yep, put a little bit of that in there. He'll be like, why can't I pick this lock?
We have one with the key stuck in it, I think.
That's a good one.
That's a good
no,
one.
I destroyed that one.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Make another one. We got to. I'm looking for something now for Swiftwater. Everybody, something lock related or.
I think he's trying to do a Houdini trick. He's practicing.
Oh, is that what it is?
Okay.
I mean, he's small enough. He could fit in like a box, and he'd have to pick it to get out.
Yeah, he never even posted an address to send locks to, did he?
No, he didn't.
I don't know. I saw him posted somewhere. I think it might have been on Facebook. I don't.
Okay.
This is Scott.
Well, if we get that, somebody put it in on the site. If not, you'll have to wait until we get him on Wednesday to ask for the address to send the locks.
Okay, I just posted something.
All right.
Oh, I have to get it started. All right, anything.
Does anybody do any sweet New Year's things?
Just chilling. Just
yeah,
chilling.
Same here.
Not going out in that craziness. It's like, no.
I hear it's supposed to be really nice, though. Warm?
I heard it's going to be moist, though.
Yeah, it is going to be pretty moist.
That's what I heard. But warm, so I'll take it. This is going into January. So,
yes.
It could get nasty real quick on us, so I'll take
Got to get through January.
Yeah, I'll take the moist, rainy days over the snow anytime.
Although we haven't seen any snow in Central Ohio.
Thank God, knock on wood. Let's keep it that way. We've had a little.
Well, now that Christmas is over, yeah.
Right. Nobody wants it now. They all wanted it for Christmas, and now Christmas is done, and we got past that. Let's get into this new year with no snow.
I remember last New Year's, it was -5 degrees.
Was it?
Yes.
Oh, jeez.
And we had a lot of snow. Because I remember walking outside and trying to look at my fish.
and that wasn't happening, right?
No.
Is the koi pond frozen?
No. There's not even a little bit of ice on it.
Wow, okay.
But we did take down the waterfall, so just to get all prepared for the deep freeze.
Okay, so let's see what happens in the upcoming weeks then, right?
Yeah, I stopped feeding them, though.
Right, because... Yeah, so can you see them down there?
If I look real hard, but they're way at the bottom.
In a bunch, right?
Yeah, they move positions every now and then.
Oh, they do? I would figure they'd just stay in one spot.
At least they're not floating.
Right, true. If they're floating, there is a problem.
Yeah. But the little fish, in that little pond, they are feisty.
Really?
Yeah. Well, we have a de-icer on that one. I think it's keeping that pond warmer.
Oh, good. Okay. Well, they might make it too then.
They may.
That would be cool if they did. I'd like to see that.
I'm not naming them, though.
Not yet?
Not yet.
Not yet. Wait until spring and then give them names. Whoever makes it gets a name.
It's too late if somebody wants to get a beanie, correct?
Yeah.
You already ordered them.
That ship sailed. Yeah, that's done. And, heck, we did it for, a month before we ordered them? So.
Yeah, we were asking, every...
Sorry. I don't know when we'll do it again. I will let you know, though. If you're interested, let's...
Well, if you get enough people for a second order, then...
Right, then I would do it. Right, correct.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely would. So if there's a bunch of you that want them, let me know. Reach out to me, send me a message, and we'll see what we can do. Okay? Definitely will do that. And other than that, heck, I think that'll about do it tonight, guys, right?
Happy New Year.
Yes, Happy New Year. We'll be here Wednesday, won't we, Kathleen?
Yep, we'll be here Wednesday.
All right. That'll be not the New Year, but it will be the New Year. So our first show of 2019, West Coast Wednesday, 9 o'clock. And we might even let Scott off the bench again. So, and I think Dennis will be here. So the whole crew hopefully will make it. And thanks for tuning in tonight. Thanks again to Matt for stopping by. Rich, thank you. Great segment. And thank you all for tuning in. Remember, if you ordered a hat, watch your mail. They're on the way. And until Wednesday.
Still watching it.
Keep watching it, Shad. Don't take your eyes off of it. Until Wednesday, everybody. Have a great New Year. We're out of here. Good night, everyone.
Happy New Year.
Be sure to tune in next Sunday at 7:30 for another great show. For updates and more info, please go to www.prospectorsradio.com.